Hi, this is Al from Fashion Studio 7 magazine. Forgive me, I got a little bit of a sore throat.
That's
so,
okay.
Alissa, thank you very much for being here with us. If you guys don't remember Alissa, now Alissa has done some interviews for us, Michael Perella. But most of all, you're becoming famous, girl. And now you're becoming famous for what? Tell everybody, why are you famous now?
The super duper crazy guy interview.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going nuts.
Oh, it is. It's been everywhere.
It's been everywhere. I can't believe it. A few of your friends called you up and say, Alissa, well, you're up on, who picked it up?
Tosh.0, World Star Hip Hop.
And those guys didn't even give us credit, did they? So they get all kinds of stuff. And what kind of comments are you getting?
A lot of different comments.
Favorable?
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay, so we're set that day. Let's set that day up. Okay, we're out in Woodbridge, and we're doing an interview with Michael Perella. Right. Then we head down to Dundas Square.
Yeah.
And then we're doing a piece on what?
It was sex before marriage.
Sex before marriage. So Alyssa wanted to find out about, are most people, are they more or less having sex before marriage, right?
Yeah, that's what we were asking everyone on the street.
And then it was a beautiful summer day. And then all of a sudden you're doing your first street interviews. And what took place? Who came up to you?
And then crazy guy came up to me and he asked to be interviewed. He asked if it was going to be on TV, and we said it's for the internet, and then bam.
We were right next to Alyssa, and the guy started interviewing, and we knew we had something there. Because the guy just went off. And I thank you so much for taking the interview, because if it would have been me or AK or someone else, we probably would have stopped him and said, and filled in more questions. But you let the guy roll. What did you think when he started rolling?
Because I just couldn't stop him, and I had no idea what to say to him. So
Yeah, there was a big crowd around, wasn't there?
yeah, everyone was watching.
Yeah. And so what did you think? This guy's just a little bit off sides here, or is he just putting this on, or what did you think?
Well, I thought that maybe he had it all planned out, like what he was going to say, because he seemed to know what he wanted to say to the public. So.
And then he turned around, and he left for a bit, then he came back.
And then he came back, yeah. So he really wanted to give out a speech.
So he leaves and he comes back, and he starts doing things like this, and crossing the sticks and stuff like that. And a little mixture of the Pope, he threw the Pope in there and stuff. And then what were you thinking? Like the crowd got bigger, and sometimes he would raise his voice, and he started, were you afraid?
I was afraid at some moments, but then sometimes I was just like trying to hold back laughter because he was really funny.
But he was a pretty decent guy though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was he like, he was polite, wasn't he?
He was polite. Like at one point I thought he had a bomb when he was ripping open his shirt, because he kind of terrified me a little, because he was like,
was it hiding behind the hair?
Yeah, I didn't know. It might have been.
No, that's the part that really surprised me toward the end.
Yeah.
But before he got to the end, he was getting kind of loud, so he'd be discoherent a bit, but then he'd be calm again. And so I was coming closer. And if you guys, you can see me, I'm at the edge of the camera, and I'm just ready to jump if it was necessary. But there was all kinds of people around anyway. You're right now. Alyssa's a writer. And I know that she's a great writer. She writes for our magazine, www.fashionstudio7.com. And she writes for us. Could you ever script that?
No, it was too incoherent and like random. It was hard. It's like a lot of rambling on. That was kind of, it would have been hard to script.
I know, a little bit here, a little bit there, and it became, actually it was a masterpiece, wasn't it? Who's the one who's putting the little contest together for?
Yeah, so Tosh.0 has a contest where it's, I guess, whoever can recite his speech the best. His speech, his rant.
His rant, yeah, the best. And you got to check it out, because there's some really, really good stuff on that. So if you had to sit down with Steve, again, Steve Spiros, how you doing? I'm Steve Spiros. I'm Al. How you doing? How do you do it? I'm Steve Spiros. That was pretty cool the way. I'm Steve Spiros type of thing. And so Steve, if you're hearing us, bud, thank you very much for that day and letting us interview, and we want to do some more interviews with you. Come back. Come back, Steve Spiros. We want to interview you type of thing.
Very popular guy.
Extremely popular guy. And so you're going to do some street interviews for us this summer?
For sure, yeah.
Hopefully we can land another guy.
Maybe
can you imagine
another crazy guy?
Can you imagine Steve Spiros too?
Oh God.
No, like the actual guy, Steve Spiros. Have you ever ripped off your shirt like that? I'm never going to try, but I'm going to try a demo type of thing, okay? Because I'm going to do this, okay? Now, do you remember how he ended it?
Oh, he just said, "I love you."
Is that? Oh, yes, at the end. But that's right after he tore it. Yes, I love you. He ripped open his shirt. Okay, I'm going to try this, okay? So don't follow me from where. I'm going to do a little bit of Steve Spiros here, okay? I'm going to see if I can get this in, okay? And I can't remember exactly what Steve Spiros said here, but I'm going to try it. Ready? I love you. This is Al and Alissa saying, Fashion Studio 7, congratulations, you did a great job.
Okay, see you next time.
See, we have her, Fashion Studio 7 has her, okay? You guys aren't out there. No Tosh, nobody else, no hip-hop thing. This is Fashion Studio 7 magazine. Take care.
Bye-bye.